today. From First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns taking on Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. Their long winning streak finally came to an end last week. A disappointing game for them, but still a heck of a run.
Indeed it was. What a great job by them putting together a streak. Now let's see how they rebound after a defeat.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
First and 10, Joe Burrow. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
But we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it, and that's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And just shutting him off there. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Oklahoma product, Baker Mayfield, trotting out there now with the rest of this Browns offense.
It was fun getting ready for this game, wasn't it? Because normally we talk to the coaches and the players. I think you and I asked to talk to the trainer to see how his arm is going to be.
A lot of ice after last week.
After last week's game, boy, what a performance that was. And you know who else is having fun? Receivers. Because they get a chance to do what they do best, which is go out and catch the ball.
Yeah, and that last week effort, he threw for well over 400 yards. And it's incomplete. Drop many like that one. Second down. Second and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And it's complete. Hooper. And he is going to have a Brown get the 3rd down conversion. 1st down, Mayfield. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
11 more yards.
The numbers in last week's game for Hooper. 5 catches, 58 yards.
And he was able to pull that last pass in, but he's going to face a tall order here because he's going up against the number 2 unit in the NFL against the pass. Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And again, it's Mayfield. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up golden opportunity. Strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. 1st and goal at the 1. Mayfield with it once more. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. To return it, Darius Phillips. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
And now the throw hauled in by Green. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From midfield now, Burrow. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
You know, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. One play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Flushed out right. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. He got 29 yards that time. He had his eyes on 200 yards last week, earned him AFC Offensive Player of the Week. And he was really, really good. Fun to watch back in tape with you.
It was fun to watch, wasn't it? And he's trying to have the same type of a game in this one. But what was fun watching was how he read the defense. No matter what they presented, he had an answer for it, and that's why he was open during that game.
Mayfield throwing complete there to Hooper. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Going to the air again with Mayfield. This pass complete to Higgins. And they'll get this down to the 10. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Mayfield looks to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Still 1st quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 1st quarter lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return, Phillips. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Burrow. And that is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. And his 2 touchdowns, a big reason they're winning right now.
So meaningful when you score and it's got your team out there in front. Changes the complexion of everything you're doing. It's one thing to score them, garbage time, but these count. This is a big deal, and he's making those types of plays, and I think they'll keep finding ways to get it to him.
I was just going to say probably going to go back to him. The Browns drive about to get started. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
First down throw for Mayfield. Open man is Higgins. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Seibert on for the PAT. And it is now 21-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, Phillips. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Bengals take over first and...
Let me take, because he kind of got hurt, man. Let me take him out as my best center. I don't want him to get hurt too bad. I'll put Nick Harris in.
The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC.
And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for, and remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
First down, Bengals.
First down, here's Burrow. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Not much there, only a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down, Cincinnati.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Burrow with the throw caught by Green. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Throw left side is complete to Reed. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter shift to your defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
The Browns D locked in on 3rd down, brings up 4th. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Mixon unable to find the goal line on 4th down. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
Here's Mayfield. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They go with Chubb on second down.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 10.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. Forced out to his left. He'll run it. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Oh, yes, this is what the good ones do. He used his legs to buy a little bit more time rolling to his left. And at one point, he flipped the switch from passer to runner, and he got a pretty good gain out of it.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. Sliding out of the pocket. And it's complete. Hooper. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the end. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Now left side on the swing pass. Finding room to the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line.
2nd and 20. 2nd and 25. Man, it's crazy.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
And this one's incomplete. Rashard Higgins was the one he was looking for, and it's third down.
It's now third down and 4.
From the gun, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
That was their third sack of the ball game. Second in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the second spot pretty soon. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down.
Hey, we gonna do what we do.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville, and they are nearing halftime with the Steelers out in front. The Steelers trying to finish that one off and claim victory. From there, we're off to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And you can see there is the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Paris Campbell, a touchdown reception. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And that one all tied as they host the visiting Falcons. In the game you're watching has been Baker Mayfield with a strong first half. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here now, time to discuss Odell Beckham Jr. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that a mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. An excellent way to start the drive there. 18 yards. First down, Mayfield. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second.
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Mayfield with it once more. Flush to his right. He can run for it. And now Mayfield lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11, first down. Again, it's Burrow. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Jordan Reed, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Fielded in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know. We'll
throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side. And all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield, being chased out left. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Not sure I agreed with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agreed with his decision to run it. He picked up that big 1st down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the coach that saw him pick it up.
I want to fumble again. So I slid. Shit.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. He's picked off in his own 46. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And this will be incomplete.
He was trying to get that ball to Auden Tate.
And it's 3rd down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to mix him. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
He dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the 1st. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. C.J. Uzomah. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown.
This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7. as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup.
Now Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
First down throw for Mayfield. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
So regret, man.
They go play action. Mayfield. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
30.
Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their 35-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Caught right side, Tate. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Myles Garrett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Another 3 and out.
Shouldn't do it all game.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And taken at the 46. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. What we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
And again, it's Chubb. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd down, Johnson. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. The Browns on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Cyber it for the Browns field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So this defense gets an assist from the goalpost, and as a result, it's going to keep them within 1 score.
Yeah, that looked to be good the whole way. But that is a big break here in the 4th quarter of a football game.
A.J. Green. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just 1 play resulting in the touchdown. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Grant sets to return it.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Beckham and the Browns set to take over again. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Mayfield on 1st down. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Eluding the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Carlos Dunlap able to record his 5th sack of the season. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. And he's going to go down again. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes.
Almost a touchdown if
their athletic ability just takes over.
A big play there on 3rd down for the Browns. 46 yards.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting them in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Oh, my God. What did I...
Picked off inside the 10. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Baker. I went on him. That was on me.
In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run. Read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
I got enough
time. The return man is Graham. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. Well, the situation very simple here. Late game, down 7. They've got to get it in the end zone.
And the best players know how to be calm in these situations, because you know right now his pulse is like a jackhammer. So how does he rein it in, make sure the team has a little bit of calm, coupled with that sense of urgency? Got to walk that line a little bit,
not in traffic,
but get it downfield in order to score, and then put the pressure on the guy who kicks the ball, because he could tie the game.
It's been a fun game. It all comes down to this. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Man open, that's Robert Foster, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing it.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
They running that zone defense.
Robert Foster, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Yeah.
5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset.
Fast as hell.
And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for.
I missed it.
It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals.
Now I gotta see that, man.
We'll get the football back.
How did this dude miss the ball? Grant, how you... Oh, he got there too late. Yeah, he didn't get there in time. Hit the ball, went right over. He had just missed it. Look at that. Look at that. Man.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here we go with Burrow. And Tate's got it.
Oh, wow. That's game.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able
That's
to get
game,
the 3rd
I ain't
down
gonna call no
conversion.
timeout,
A
man.
big
It's
gain
over
there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
Yes,
Mixon with a first down carry. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Bengals, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.